Welcome to Maverick Base Designs, and in this installment I'm bringing you the Intimidator. Okay, we put down our 1x1 and we'll put a TC down in the back corner here and a bag, and we'll just leave the wall behind us off for a minute so that we can just lay these two drop boxes. Our first drop box goes here like this. Now this second drop box has to be placed from inside of your 1x1, and it has to be this way around, otherwise you won't be able to fit the storage adapter onto it. Once you've placed the drop boxes, you can totally seal this 1x1. Now you need a battery to power the conveyor, and there's no way to charge this battery, so what you do is you post one through the drop box that's fully charged, or you take this one out and charge it up. A small battery like this, or a medium battery, will give you 6 to 7 days charge, and a large battery will give you 2.5 weeks of charge before you have to change it, which is more than most people play for. And of course this saves us from having to spawn in regularly to feed the TC, which is something which is a real drawback with this style of bunker. If you set up your drop boxes like I have, you can use them to jump out of this when it's a drop down. These foundations need to be raised up, and they're going to save us a fortune in half wall upkeep. When choosing a square to put these frames on, make sure they line up with a square that's honeycomb and not an actual loot room. Now it is important that you put these shop fronts in now at this point before you start building up the sides of the base. And this floor can stay stone because it's outside of the bunker. Now we're ready to start on our combination peak down roof peaks. It's a good idea to get these doors in now, because once those ramps that we're going to put down in a minute go down, you can't put a door down. Now we're building this platform so we can stand on it to shoot through the side peaks, making them into long peaks. Now that that's done, we can come down into the loot rooms and we can make a start on our first room. First thing we want to do is put down a bag. Now would be a good time to armor up this loot room. Now it's just a case of pulling yourself back right into this corner to make sure you centralize yourself and line up the vending machine with the line on the floor. And now you'll see why we placed a bag in there, and it's so that we can spawn in and place a box. And this is a trick that the console users have to adopt to make a vending machine loot room work. And there we go, you can now reach the third box. This is where we put in the entrance to our bunker. I'll just give you a quick example of how to use this easy seal bunker. And here's a good place for you to put your windmill frames if you want to put them on. You can have up to 3 windmills on here with this.